All right, from whichever corner of the globe that you hail from, good morning and good evening. It's another beautiful day here in South Carolina. Well, I'm not going to get into the politicals of it, but either way, wake up, woke up today, we're still red. It is what it is. but your boy right here, the boss, is still green. And I'm joined today by my good boy ODT Reaper.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me on tonight. This is going to be kind of fun, and I'm going to surely enjoy the company of talking about our wonderful fandom across the globe of all types.
Oh yes. Um so basically I guess one topic I can start off with today is that as you know, this is the round table where we all, we all throw our own log on the fire and kind of like let everybody kind of like, roast, roast what they want, with it. So my log is going to be regarding all of a sudden everybody complaining about the Series S's storage size. So I guess it was leaked earlier today, and now a lot of certain YouTubers are jumping on top of it in regards to the fact that the Xbox Series X's usable storage size is somewhere around, if I'm not mistaken, ODT is what, like 366 gigs or something like that.
364, I believe, is what they said,
Okay. Oh, okay. I was a little
and
too.
that's after the initial storage for the running UI is basically taking out of account. So if it ships with 500, keep in mind that's not the 500 you get to use. It's the 364 that remains after updates and all that kind of fun jazz.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Exactly. So this seems to be like a very big issue to certain um very influential YouTubers out there who are now using this as a foothold to more or less, just drive forth their point of what's of why bother getting a Series S.
Well,
So
to be perfectly honest, if I'm going to cordially answer that question, you really shouldn't, because you should honestly go for the best, which is our Series X, not the S. The S is more for the people on the budget people, which is kind of the reason Microsoft asks for options for its consumer. It's best consumer profit, therefore best consumerism in general. So I can give you something that you can only play on the go, or I can make sure if you do a 9 to 5, you can buy something for half the price on Black Friday and then be totally, ready to go. But again, if you choose on a lower that is not the best, you still have limitations on which it can and cannot do.
yeah,
Otherwise,
and
it wouldn't be cheaper.
yeah, and so pretty much, I mean, I had to, kind of like address this with a few other people, especially on the Reddit that I'm on. Whereas one thing that we also need to kind of keep in mind is that the Series S is a 1440p system, all right, 1080p to 1440p. The assets that would be used for a Series X game is usually within the 4K range, 4K to 8K textures. All
Mm-hmm.
right, those
But both machines are 120 FPS capable.
exactly. All right. Whenever we talk about the resolution and stuff, we're talking about the size of the graphical assets themselves. All right. Now, this is where smart delivery comes into place, and it seems is amazing how everybody all of a sudden forgot smart delivery was a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the thing is, if you're downloading the game or you're installing it off a disk, and that disk or that server detects that, oh, hey, you're downloading this onto your Series X, is going to give you the Series X version. All right. If you're downloading it to or installing it to your Series S, it's going to know that, oh, this is the Series S. Is going to give you the smaller files. Those smaller files are not going to take up as much disk space as the install for, say, the Series X or the PC. And then another thing also to bear in mind is that we're talking about SSDs, not hard drives. Whereas hard drives, anytime you install anything on a hard drive, it has a tendency of cloning bits of data in various places across that platter. And that's
hard drives have a tendency to create unneeded cache on your system when none is needed to be there to be created to begin with. Whereas SSDs, they create smaller files, so it's less likely to create that larger cache. Therefore, it speeds up the system and it runs faster.
Yeah. And so basically the whole name of the game is when it was something implemented, it was for the sake of redundancy. So that it's like, okay, it's too far to go into the middle of the platter, so I'll just stick it on the outside of the platter, and just spin it up, get it good. But the thing is, SSDs don't need to spin or anything like that. It's just give it a little bit of electrical charge, zoop, got it. And and lo and behold, here comes Tuck.
What's up, fellas? What's up?
Boy, you sound like you got a lot of energy today.
Man, I always have energy. So, especially when it comes down to them damn Sony ponies.
Yeah, man. And yeah, so dude, right now, it's the round table, man. We got our own, each of us come across with a subject and bounce it off each other's head. And right now I started off with today's hot topic being about the Series S 300 and what'd you say it was, ODT?
64.
It was 64. Okay, yeah. Because I don't know why I keep wanting to say 366, but it's 364 gigs of usable space on the Series S. So various YouTubers of certain calibers are making this like the biggest factor in trying to sway people away from the Series S. And they're not, and I guess where I'm getting at is what bothers me is that they're not telling the full story. For example, whereas Series S games are not going to take up that much space. That's one factor. All right. The second factor is, thanks to smart delivery. The second factor is that we all keep forgetting the fact that if you are somebody who has a host of back compat titles, it's already been encouraged that you don't put them on your internal drive. You use a USB external. So if you're already using a USB external for your Xbox One X or just Xbox One VCR like I got, then all you need to do is just switch that USB over to your new Series X or S, and you're good to go. But another thing that few people are overlooking is if you're concerned about the speeds of loading and being able to use the quick resume, you'll be able to still use that because quick resume will actually work with back compat titles over USB.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So hopefully if that was a concern, I hope I was able to answer that. But Jason Ronald has already went on record and stated this on Twitter and also during the that presentation about a few weeks back. So, but moving right along, what are your thoughts on this ODT?
As I said before, it's all about options for the player and the consumer. If you can't handle getting, the X version at launch, then that's what the Series S on a lower school of pay is, offered for. And then we also have xCloud, which is on our mobile section. And then you have your PC Game Pass, so on and so forth. So there's lots of options. It just all depends on what type of budget you're running on, to be perfectly honest.
All right. And what say you there, Tuck?
Okay. Now, these YouTubers are saying this, right?
Yep. And it's funny though. I'm not gonna say the name, but it's funny that a certain one that claims to be a hardcore Sega Dreamcast fan, but yet caps hard for PlayStation.
Okay.
I saw that video this morning. That video was kind of funny and humorous at the same time.
So otherwise he's a pony, right?
Yep.
Okay, the only thing I gotta say to him, don't worry about what Microsoft is doing. Don't worry about the Xboxes at all. You just worry about your little PS5 with all that special sauce that it got. I mean, everybody know you can use your internal hard drive. As long as you can use your internal hard drive, who cares about what people think? I mean, people need to really just get a life. I mean, if this the only thing that is this the only thing that y'all can pick on now with the Xbox Series S? Is talk about the memory, talk about the storage, and all that stuff. Y'all just worry about your little Sony special sauce system that y'all got. I mean, because y'all got way less storage than the Xbox Series X. But now you don't see us talking about that with y'all. So why the hell y'all gonna try and bother the people who's gonna buy the Xbox Series S? I mean, I'm like, man, this don't make no sense, man. I mean, it just don't. I mean, I'm serious.
No, it don't.
I mean,
it really don't.
I mean, because man,
until launch, it's going to keep changing, Tuck. It's going to be it's too hot, it's too cold, it's got no games, it's got too many games, it got too much space, it ain't got enough space. It's space. The drive ain't fast enough. The drive is too fast.
God of War Ragnarok, let's go.
But you got a guy. What's that boy's name for Sony? Who's over Sony right now? What's his name? What's his name? I forgot his name. He was talking about. No, he was talking about how Jim Ryan. Okay, Jim Ryan, please. Y'all need to start worrying about your executives. Y'all need to start worrying about him. Because hey, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, not too long ago, he's saying that he was concerned about, why is Xbox buying all these titles? Okay? I mean, he's so concerned about, it is unfair for Microsoft to be on all these, studios. Man, Sony ponies, just worry about your guy. Worry about your guy, get him under control, and that's it, because he's out of control. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's not too long ago that they just got you buying a studio. The studio that make Ratchet and Clank.
Yep.
What's the name? Yeah, they just got you buying that. So what makes it so unfair? I mean, I'm just saying, what makes it so unfair?
It makes. It depends on what you consider fair and unfair. But he considers it unfair because they have a higher market cap wallet than Sony does. So technically, they're playing on a game that is basically not on their level. Therefore, it is unfair.
Well, you know what? No, it's unfair. No, it's not. I mean, don't forget. No. Let me get through, Team Reaper. It wasn't too long ago that Sony bought all these IPs from other studios that they wanted to turn around and make games, and they took their heart away from them. So why not? Hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's all I gotta say about that. So it is fair.
Not to Sony when your opposition has a higher spending wallet. Sorry.
Well, I mean, not to Sony, but who cares?
Okay, but obviously Sony cares. I guess if he's complaining that it's unfair.
Well, he can say it's unfair all he want to. I'm just saying he can say it's unfair all he want to. But I'm just saying, who gives a rat's ass?
Yeah, well, no, and that's my view on it, and that's Microsoft's view on it. As long as you have the wallet, money talks, and
that's right. And that's money talks, booty talks,
and that's as simple as I can make it, even on that wonderful island.
Yeah. I mean, you can't say nothing else But Sony just deserve whatever they get.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be all bad. It's just going to be, a change in direction that Sony's not used to.
Well, you know what? They might as well get used to it.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna happen more often than not.
Yeah, speaking of change, shoot, for the first time in I think almost 2 weeks? No, almost about a month or so, that I walked into the GameStop up the street from me. Dude, all the Xbox stuff has been shifted to the front.
Yep, it all have. Yep.
Keep it that way. I heard. Yeah. I saw that GameStop too is actually offering their employees, free labor hours on Black Friday week, which is good. They're offering them iPods and services to actually work harder and longer. That's a good thing. So we're making progress. That's a good idea.
Dude, no. The only thing that GameStop can do is give me more pay. Damn that crap! They just give me more pay. Well, I don't give a care about no iPad.
Well, you will if you can get you more pay.
well, that thing with GameStop still gonna do the same practice that they always been doing.
Oh, I don't doubt it. GameStop is just full of fanboys. I can deal with it as long as you keep it fandom free and fandom fair. I don't care.
Well, I care for a purpose because I know that the people that are employed there, they ain't making as much money as they should.
No, I believe that's why they said 25. They wanted to raise the minimum wage.
Well, that's good because if they don't, but hell, but the thing with GameStop, if they raise the minimum wage, or they gonna still give them the hours? That's the thing with GameStop.
Yeah, that would be my counter argument. But then again, it'd be different if you basically take the GameStop employees that are all streamers. Then we'll talk about different payment hours, and different.
Yeah, that's true.
Different promotion hour.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's kind of what the entire United States, to be honest, is kind of working on shifting ways to basically make money inside your own home.
Right. Yeah, that's true. They are. So, yeah, they are. So, but all I gotta say that Sony, just worry about your system. Don't worry about the Xbox.
Although I did see on Twitter this week that they did make God of War 2 from 2009, 2007. They made it look like 4K, which is
bad damn time. Shit, bad damn time.
I don't know. It just doesn't look like 2018 God of War to me, though, especially in that perspective that you're playing and back in those games. Does look nicer and cleaner, though. I'll give it that.
Well,
ODT, you want that to be your topic because I tag you next.
What about the different God of War perspective?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I remember playing the first ones, and that third person compared to the third persons that we have now is a lot better and improvement on your eyes, especially depending on the way that you choose to play it. And then if we get Ragnarok next year, that's actually absolutely insane. Didn't have to wait too long, did we?
Well, they had to do something.
Yeah, but then again, I'm looking forward to the new generation. To be perfectly honest, I'm having fun because everything that everybody said, oh, that's not gonna happen, and then the next thing pops up. You're like, oh, it already happened. The end. Next. But it's coming along. Progress is progress. Doesn't matter how you actually get the progress, as long as progress is created.
All right. Yeah. How about you, Tuck? Any news? Any news you want to throw at us?
All right. I hear that they talking about. I'm not really sure if it's true or not, and I'm hoping that Crytek does do this with
Rise 2.
The Rise 2. I hope they do it because I would love to see a new Rise 2. I would love to see a new Rise 2. It's been long enough. Or better yet, I would just love to see Microsoft just buy the studio out if they can. I mean, if they can do that, I mean that'd be But if they can't, I can understand that if they don't want to sell. I can understand that. Everybody don't want to sell, but I would like to see them make another, Sunrise in Rome too. I would love to see that. That's way off. That should have been done years and years and years ago. So, and then what else? And then that's basically about it on that topic. I was just love to see them do that. Oh, and I'm going to tell you right now, before the date of the Xbox X come out next week, I'm thinking that Microsoft is going to do another announcement. I don't know what the hell it is. I just got a feeling.
Oh yeah,
They're gonna buy a new studio, and Sony is just gonna say, "Oh, they're gonna just like, hell, we didn't see that shit coming. We didn't see that coming at all."
Yeah, they got another event coming the 9th.
Right. So, and I would love to hear them talk about, hey, y'all, we doing what we need to do for the people. Cause
that's next Monday.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they the riots thing. Yeah, I've read up about that as well as like came across a few YouTubers that were like discussing it, and it's basically from what's being understood, it was something that was pitched to Microsoft. Actually, from what I'm understanding, I guess over a year ago. But the thing is that there's currently, I guess, a bit of a rough patch between Crytek and Microsoft.
Right.
And it's, I guess, because of that rough patch that they're having a hard time, like locking in on doing something like that. So the thing is, it is on the table and it is known, but they're not really, I guess, from what I'm understanding, it's on the table, but it's not being looked at.
Or it's not being really discussed.
Yeah, because like I said, whatever's going on between them and Microsoft, it's I guess it's got them like feeling a sort of way, and business is business, and you try not to involve emotions, but I guess it's almost like on the same lines of the deal with say our good buddies of Platinum Games, whereas as much as people want to plead and beg Phil and Matt and all of them to call them up to bring back Scalebound. You got to understand, this is over. It's bad enough this happened with the internal studio with 343.
Right.
This is a third party studio that was paid just that much money and still never delivered. And instead took that money and allocated those sources to doing other things that didn't even touch the Xbox.
That's true.
So
that's very true.
Yeah. So yeah, to me, I think that's one of the big factors behind this buying spree, where it's like, forget this time exclusive stuff, because the thing is, let's look at it like this. Scalebound, whereas Microsoft may have paid for it, but it was still oh god, I keep forgetting his name. That key director over there at Platinum. What's his name? I know his name, and it always keeps jumping out of my head. But either way, just to keep it moving along and everything, is that they don't want a situation where it's like with Tomb Raider. And I don't mean the backlash for people like oh, you can't have this for a year. It's not that. It's just the fact that, oh, because this was made by them and you don't own them, I guess that means the rest of us will get a copy of it too on our plastic of choice.
Yeah. I think personally with the Activision and the Cold War situation coming up, I think that's going to be around the same issue with zombies versus regular multiplayer being free for all.
Yeah, I mean it's messed up. There isn't enough people. There isn't enough people that are complaining about it though, compared to if it was the other way around.
Yeah, well, then that just basically means people are either very, very salty or they're just spoiled brats that don't get their way, and
I think
people don't care because we do
I
get
think
our way.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, true. It probably well is. But at the same time, we're all trying to basically create a new community that is all wholesome and not argumentative, because fuck with that. Although it's still going to be better in every way. And that's kind of the smart thing I love with Microsoft is, what, Mr. Dr. Phil will do is just go around, see all the things that Sony's quote-unquote PS5's hardware cannot achieve, but his can, and we'll just go around buying all the rights to every single thing that we can do, but you cannot because you're inferior in your hardware power. And notice I said hardware power. Than our software power. It's that simple. And if you can't automatically get to that new generational leap on your own, then we'll just buy it and make sure that it's solidified in our own personal activation.
Well, that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's doing. But people are kind of salty that what about our PS5? Split, we care. We want our PlayStation 5. I'm like, yeah, I just don't want to burn down the entire island of Japan. That's probably just the way that works. Be like, yo, here's your Samsung flip phones or your smartphones. We all go on xCloud. We all have hyper positive energy and good electronics, safe for the planet, won't blow up your house, don't need a fire extinguisher to go with your purchase.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you right now, but let me ask you this. Have y'all seen Hebot's new video today?
Yes, I did. Shout out to Mr. Hebot too. About
the headset.
Yeah, I saw him open up like halfway through his video.
Dude, that's a sweet headset, man.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about buying one of them myself. Snoop Dogg, oh man, that is a good looking headset.
If I had my option, I'd say get the newest updated controller when it comes to be fruition. Make sure you get one of those Snoop Dogg headsets and make sure you get a nice new SSD memory chip, and you should be all set for next gen.
Yeah, you should. Because I'm thinking about buying one of them headsets myself. I mean, I like the way that it goes. It's digital. It's digital Dolby is what you call that with the Xbox.
Wireless.
Dolby Atmos.
Dolby Atmos and everything. I mean, I'm like, man, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. That's something that Sony can't do, and that's it. And Snoop Dogg love Xbox, so
yeah. I'm also happy that The Rock got his fridge. That's a good thing. The Rock and Snoop got their fridges.
Oh yeah, he got his special signature Xbox Series X.
Who is that?
The Rock.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson got his own Xbox Series X.
And his own.
That worked. That worked right there. Shit, that worked. That will work. So
and that actually brings me to another topic I wanted to throw out there is all of a sudden a lot of people are starting to get their Xbox Series X's and S's a whole week earlier than was planned. So I don't know if that was intentional.
It's better earlier than late, and it's also better late than never. But it's also, better have it. You better have it sooner rather than later.
Right.
Yeah. Considering the situation where they're talking about supply and demand and everything. But I think the better fix for the whole supply issue. I mean, if it really was that much of an issue, at least how Phil kind of makes it sound. It probably might not have been a good idea to send all those things out to like various tubers that wouldn't have appreciated it.
Yeah, but then what you got to understand is what the PR team does when they choose to send it to this one but not that one. They want to see the reaction that is given from each one, and then depending on the karmic or the toxin that comes from the fan of choice, that's what they choose to repeat and just press a rinse and repeat tactic next time.
See,
in other words, basically just dipping your toes in the water to see if the piranha nibbles on it.
Yep, and then if the piranha, nibbles once, then they're like, all right, let's try it again. But if it nibbles with a pool all at once, what is better? One, then come back, or one with a whole bunch of friends and then just kind of like a jumbo meal along with a low profit investment.
oh yeah, yeah.
And then we just press invest, rinse, repeat. And because, as I mentioned earlier, with the higher wallet stabilization Microsoft is available with compared to Sony, we can press a rinse button that Sony is not able to because of plainly your wallet's just not big enough. That's why it's unfair.
Right. Yeah.
There's always the whole thing of like, well, Sony's showing to be more profitable. Yeah, that may be so, but here's the thing: they may be more profitable, but who has more staying power with their finances?
That would be Microsoft because it's a T, not a B.
Yep. Boy.
And that's called math. It's not called fraud. Okay, right from CNN.
Man, I tell you. Hey y'all, you know what? This is a damn joke. Dude, this is a damn joke.
Oh, what's that, Tuck?
Man, I went to bed early last night, man. I was over there watching the presidential thing last night. I went to bed around 8 o'clock because I turned around and said, okay, because I said, like, I know that they're going to be up until tomorrow morning doing what they're doing because of the fact that the electric votes, the mail-in ballots wasn't in any other states. I mean, it was like Atlanta only had like 13% of the precincts in. So they didn't even have theirs in. But this doggone president went on ahead and called a victory, but you still got to get all the votes in. But that's what he's mad about. Now, all of a sudden, now he's going to allegedly, his campaign is threatening to do a lawsuit against some of these states. I'm like, come on now. Let the process play out. If you win fair and square, you win fair and square. If you lose fair and square. That's my whole thing about that. I mean, I'm like, come on, y'all.
Did you see Tuck, did you see the Nevada turnout, though, how tight it was by 49%?
Yeah, I mean, it's not as tight as you think it is. I mean, it's tight, but Biden has got a lot of counties that, I mean, he's dominating in a lot of districts. He's dominating a lot of districts that where really, they just wait for the Democratic votes to come in. Yeah. And that's what he's mad about. Because like Atlanta yesterday, before I went to bed, they only had like 13% of the votes in. Mm-hmm. And the rest was because of the fact that they was mail-in ballots. So, he's being mad because of that. He's just mad. But that, that's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. So let's gotta get back to the game if you want to. I think it's just so sad how he's a wimp. So
they're both kind of wimps to me because they're like, why would you ask for a recount if it's already correctly counted?
No, they ain't asked for a recount. They still counting the ballots.
Yeah, but he asked for a recount in Wisconsin already.
Well, I mean, let him do it. He can do it all he want to. He can do that all he want to.
True.
That is over with.
No, I agree with the CNN and the Fox people that say we should respect this process to a T because that's the concept of how this country is built. And we should respect the rules, no matter how foolish the kid wants to be.
And he's just a foolish kid. That's all he is. He's just foolish.
And then that entire sidetrack that they're trying to do with that entire lawsuit is insane.
Yeah.
Well, let's try not to get into politics, but
Okay,
I mean-
I'm gonna drop it at that on that. So that's good.
but no. The thing is this though, it's like, yeah, I agree with y'all. It's bullshit, and and the thing is, there's a reason behind it. It ain't because he's got to win. Well, I'll put it like this: he's got to win, but because if he doesn't win, and it's time for him to come out that White House, because remember he said if he don't win, he's not coming out.
He better come out.
Why. There's a reason why. Because you got to remember what like what happened. What's been happening. They've been trying to impeach him. He's broken a lot of laws, but because of his position, they can't do anything. When that presidential title is gone, what else is there left?
They better do anything they want with him. He's just like a normal citizen, then, baby. He's just like a normal damn citizen.
So
So the
only thing I can say, and I'll leave it at this, is that our good buddies of the Federal Bureau of Investigations, please make sure that you have the airport in all the airports in that vicinity covered. Make sure you have all the fixed base operations. In other words, the private air hangars and all that stuff covered. Because I'm telling you right now, the moment you avert your eyes, he is on the first thing smoking on his way over to Russia.
Yeah, I think he is that. I think he really is that.
Matter of fact, don't even let him. That's if anything, that's the dumbest thing he didn't do.
Just revoke his visa and passport, and you're all set.
But the thing that it is, he won't be leaving office till January. So up until then, he can do what he want to do, and he's gonna try to do it too. He's gonna try to do it too, and he's already got his constituents ready. He's already telling them to get ready. If he loses this, you don't think? Watch and see. Watch what kind of war it's gonna be. I think he's gonna try to start a civil war.
Yeah, well, I think that's what everybody's kind of afraid of.
I'm hoping that he don't, but tell him about him. We know how he is. We know he's a fruitcake. He's like Fruity Pebbles. He's a big bully.
Well,
he's a big
orange is all he is.
Yeah. Like you said, damn Team Reaper.
All right.
Damn Team Reaper. So what you trying to say? You peel off.
Well, what I'd be saying is, hit up Robert Downey Jr. for a different type of dye, artist right there, so you don't always look like a big orange walking around the White House.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Are you trying to tell me that you peel all that stuff off? You got number.
If I want oxygen, I kind of have to. I don't have to.
Okay, fellas, listen. Let's go to something else now. Let's go to something else. Yeah, let's go to something else.
Yep. All right, but well, pretty much. I mean, we're now 6 days away from Magic Day, the day that a lot of the toxic PlayStation fans dreaded. It's their D-Day. So I guess the only thing that I have is that looking at some because news is shocking though, despite how close we are, that the news is starting to kind of slow down a bit, and I think the reason why it's slowing down, which is funny, which also aligns with what you were saying earlier, Tuck, before the Trump thing, is that there's actually another event that's been talked about for the 9th. And I believe that's when we're going to get a whole lot of stuff.
Totally forgot about that event.
Yeah. I keep hearing that. Not just
I
you, but
totally
from-
forgot about that. Fuck. All right.
There's apparently a
That's
whole
that's what healed my body. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on with this system?
yeah. There's a plethora.
All I'm allowed to say about that is everybody will not be disappointed. Everybody's going to be massively excited when they're done.
Yeah, there's going to be a plethora, a smorgasbord, as you will, of all sorts of nice goodies and stuff. Part of me is also even kind of like I shout out to New Legal, talking to him over a day ago about it and stuff like that. He said something that kind of resonated with me as well, because it's funny because I've been having the same thought as well, that we might be getting a little bit of a surprise with Halo.
Yeah. No, you will be. I promise that surprise is coming. I can sense
You
it.
think we are?
No, I can promise you a definite that is what the 9th is. Okay. All right.
So-
All right.
so-
that's what universe I'm stuck in. All right, that makes more sense.
So you think? So let me ask you this: you think they got the game ready?
The game is actually already finished.
Well, the thing is, I mean, see, level
The-
design wise, gameplay
The
wise,
game design is not what was holding 343 back, and Chris' wonderful Chris' departure wasn't really helpful. But again, that's their own business. But what I will tell you is that wasn't what was holding the system back. The concept is we want everything to be unified on one UI across xCloud and across the series models and across Xbox One if we can actually manage it. They were trying to figure out if they can manage the OG Xbox One model version with the series models correctly without having to downgrade the graphics of any type. So they were trying to see, well, can we actually cross it across systems, or do we have to make it a series only next gen model? And that's kind of why they kind of got stalled. But now that we're about to launch practically everything on a surprise model, everything is going to actually be coming pretty soon. And I already saw Nez's video on it the other day. He said that they actually have confirmed that it is pretty much done.
Yeah, the thing is that I mean, T Reaper can probably correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think another holdup was AMD as well.
Yeah, because what we had for the AMD situation, we had to figure out what we were going to do with the Call of Duty models. So we were going to figure out whether we were going to give Sony the actual zombies 1 year exclusive ability, and just give Xbox the cross-gen and multiplayer access. And then we also had to make sure that the iPhone and Apple across xCloud and Android was functional and it was going to launch on time. And then with everybody's data problems across, Gigablast and Verizon and cable and all that kind of fun jazz. And your 6Gs and 5Gs.
Okay, so actually they were just waiting for AMD to do their thing with Microsoft, or what?
Yeah, we were waiting for everybody's systems to align with everybody's correction. And making sure everything could stream correctly. Because we got to keep in mind, I would like everybody to keep in mind, next generation is going to be half powered by stream power. So please have good internet. And if I have to roast everybody on that situation, I'm going to have fun. So just keep that in mind.
Well, to be fair, T Reaper, that argument needs to be brought to our ISPs over here and our government.
Yeah,
for allowing our ISPs to get away with doing the things they've been doing.
I totally agree. That's one reason some person shouldn't leave the White House. That's one reason he can't lose.
because I'm telling you right now, dude, it's like even if our infrastructure is the oldest of them, we still have no excuse having internet that is 5 to 7 steps behind the what they have over in, say, Korea and Japan. Dude, Africa has better internet than we do. That's ridiculous.
Africa is going to be the moon connection for 6G worldwide.
So
and unfortunately, the way that I see this is it's all about evolution and evolution of the actual society. So whichever society has higher advancement in tech is the one that prospers the most, and that's just the way of society, people. I'm sorry. But on the lucky side, you're lucky that the technical companies are what help run commerce on this planet.
So
So you know, we win either way, as I said. But you know, it's kind of more of a waiting span because we have to worry about Africa having really low, you know, freaking hygiene issues with not having enough, you know, water to drink and all that, you know, sanitation bullshit. But at the same time, we're making progress because pretty soon Africa's location will be the unification for all signal with the station above.
Yep. So, but yeah, that's pretty much about all I had. I mean, the only other thing I'm looking at is where they, I guess, Famitsu magazine was doing an interview with Phil Spencer, and he was discussing the importance of Japan and how he's deeply humbled that the round 1 and round 2 of the pre-orders for the X, for both the X and the S, has sold out.
Oh, he asked you about that? Good.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And according to this reporter, he made it clear that the mistakes made of 2013 to 2014, where the Japanese had to wait a whole year to get the Xbox One, he said that's not happening ever again. So when we get our pretty much they'll be getting their Xboxes before us, because remember, Japan is a whole day ahead of us.
Yeah.
As well as New Zealand.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
No. Yeah. But that was also what kind of made Sunday's episode fun, talking to the New Zealand contact. Shout out to Miss Panda. That was awesome.
Lucky bastards.
I tell you right now.
I'm not hating.
I'll take my hand out to E-Rock because he did a hell of an interview with Panda. He did a hell of an interview with her. So I take all my hats. Give him a big hand. The way that they did the interview and the way that he brought her in the podcast the other day too. I think that was good. I mean, she got a little channel. You know, she's very, very, tech savvy. She know what she's talking about, and that's good. That's real good for a term of a young lady knowing her stuff. And I give all her kudos. So, so I got to give a shout out to E-Rock. He did a hell of an interview. So E-Rock, you did a hell of a job.
And we had a blast on Sunday too.
We did. We did.
It was a very good show.
It's a real good show. Real good show. So,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Well, shoot.
Unless any of y'all got anything else to throw in the pot. This pot of okra, I think it's about good and cooked up already.
I know what I want to talk to you about. What are you playing right now, Team Reaper?
I am waiting for COD. Shout out to while we're on that subject, shout out to Call of Duty for having a 136 gig install. God help me, I still say under
136.
136 base install, and at the end of our 4 DLCs, as I predict, 230 gigs as a total package. That's amazing, people. So keep in mind, if you choose to get that wonderful S model that we give you with a 500 gigabyte SSD to start with, that's not really going to be 500. It's going to be about 364, and then if you downgrade it with that game, you practically have practically under 100 gigs to use on anything.
Damn. So other words,
investment on storage. I beg you, children, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the best thing for you to do if you already got an extended hard drive, use it.
Yeah. No, but
that's all it is to it.
No, but to answer, I am actually still waiting for Valhalla to launch, which is still another week away, and I am waiting for COD. And once those launch, I can install them because I already paid for them. And I'm also waiting for the drop off of my series model, but I got a message from Amazon. They told me that my hard drive chip is already ready to be shipped. So now I'm just waiting for my wonderful system, which is going to be interesting to see who buys it for me. So, so
now what?
but on the I am not I'm not your typical average fanboy that everybody likes to basically think I am, and I only really use Microsoft's wonderful toys to basically get a nice little adrenaline rush if I want one. But other than that, I normally just I'm studying a lot more on my artwork nowadays, so I'm normally just doodling or drawing while I listen to any type of lecture I choose. But I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for those lobbies because those betas came by about a month ago, and I had fun for about half a day because I got all the way up to level 31 on the beta, and then I just stopped playing because I got worn out too fast. And those kids now that are all Z's and I's are actually really, really good. I'll play maybe about 20 minutes of the game, and then I'll be done for the day. So beautiful.
Okay.
So it's absolutely beautiful now that I can basically just play for an exercise and then go about my day. If I want.
Okay. What about you, boss?
Oh shoot, man. I don't know. I'm still on the fence as to because if you're talking about like when I get my X, or if I can get my X, which by the way, that was one of my things when I went to GameStop earlier before starting this and everything was I wanted to ask what the situation was on what was in stock. And so the dude was basically getting me hip where he was like, look, he's like, dude, this is the only thing I can tell you. Because to me, it was so odd that my location sold out so fast. Not once, but twice. Because in this area right here, ain't nobody really doing no real gaming. I mean, there's gamers, and I mean, you got like soldiers off of Fort Jackson, but Fort Jackson got their own GameStops, and even outside the gate of Fort Jackson, there's another GameStop. So you got one on base, one right outside the base, and going further than that, then you got mines. So it's like I couldn't fathom it, and even he was like, "Yeah, dude, we shockingly had people coming in here telling us about the launch and stuff." So he just told me, he just said, "Look," he's like, "all I can tell you is this: on the day of the launch," he said, "the only thing I can tell you, man, is just be out here as soon as you can." And I asked, "Well, did y'all have like big lines and stuff?" He was like, "No, we really didn't even have lines. People just randomly just showed up." But as far as anything goes, the play and stuff like that, shoot, I don't know, man. I was interested in the medium, but the medium has been pushed back to December. I'm on the fence about Cyberpunk and everything, and I mean, because that's been pushed back as well.
Oh, that comes out in December too as well.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I think the thing with me is just getting my hands on it and stuff like that, because there's like certain games that I'm more interested in, such as like JRPGs and regular RPGs, and right now they don't exactly have those at this very time. So I mean,
does the new Assassin's Creed Valhalla interest you? Would you want to play it?
Not really an Assassin's Creed guy. I mean, if anything, I mean, hell, maybe I might grab Watch Dogs.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Legion one.
Yeah. So I mean, I might grab that. But to be totally honest with you, man, I mean, I'm kind of like currently just using the time to like churn through my backlog, and then on top of that, believe it or not, what I've been playing a lot lately as of late has been City Skylines, believe that or not. Yeah, I'm also pretty much into sim type games as well. Well, I don't like the Sims, like EA the Sims, but
like RTSs, you mean?
Yeah, so I actually like that, and I'm hoping that Paradox considers doing a Series X and S update to like at least have that thing matched get close to the what's on the PC, because the version on the PC is like a lot of as anything is much better. But I've been playing that because just it's the Zen nature of it, because it's like sitting there and just fucking around with your own rock garden is literally what it is.
No, it's nice and peaceful. No, I was actually taught on RTSs all the way back to Age of Empires.
Yeah. So what about you, Tuck? What you looking at grabbing?
Man, I tell you right now, I've been playing you know what? I had a 360 game that I bought years ago, and I never knew that I never knew that I had it. It was Star Wars Force Unleashed. That is fun as hell. I didn't even know I didn't even know I had the game on my system. That's how long it been. I mean, I just forgot all about it. And Unruthfully Heroes, oh, y'all got to try that. That is a good game, man. It's a side scroller. It reminds you a lot of a little bit of the Ori of the Blind Forest, but you got like these four guys, these four people that you can use simultaneously. You can use them anytime when you want to they're gonna be some issue that you're gonna have to use them, because one's like guys across, one blows his body up, and you gotta guide him through the maze and everything. Oh man, it is good. And and I'm looking forward to Gears Tactics. I'm really looking forward to that. I really do I like them type of games. I just I like Gears.
It's funny you brought that one up. I'm actually considering that one as well.
Right, Gears Tactics, and what else am I considering? Darn, let me see what's on my menu right now. Let me see. I got to get back to Battletoads. I'm almost through with Mafia. I tell you a good game that you need to play, y'all. The Zombies Army 4, fun game, fun ass game. But outside of that, there's really, I mean, I've been playing the hell out of Call of Duty Warzone and all that stuff. So I've been playing the hell out of that. But outside of that, that's really all I'm looking forward to right now. I'm looking forward to the basketball when it comes out, when the new NBA 2K21 come out. I'm looking forward to get that because I want to see how it's going to be, how they're going to change everything as far as I know there's going to be graphically improvement and all that stuff. I'm not looking for that much to change in it. I think I might try to get back into this Star Wars Jedi Fallen. Yeah, with the Fallen chapter, I think I'm gonna get the Fallen Order.
Yeah,
got to get back into that. So, but that's basically about it, fellas.
I saw that they're going to make an Force Unleashed 3, and that actually looks really fun.
Hey, and I'm glad too because they need to.
Yeah.
Would this be the third one? Was that?
No, it's going to be the third one. Yeah, they've already made a second one. Second one wasn't as good as the first one. I admit that.
So the first one the first one of the Fallen Order, that's the first one.
The Fallen Order is a separate one from Force Unleashed. It's two different games.
Okay, so they're just making they're making the third one. Okay.
Yeah. If they make a Fallen Order 2, that would be kind of cool too. But I still haven't finished the first one, so I can wait.
Well, I thought that's what they were going to make the Fallen Order 2.
No, they're making a Force Unleashed 3, is what they said.
Okay, all right,
yeah.
All right. That's sweet. That's sweet. I'm looking forward to that then. So.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Force Unleashed tale more than I was enjoying Fallen Order, but that's just me.
Yeah, y'all. That's basically all I got to say today. It's good to have y'all. It's always good to be a part of this group, and I want to give a shout out to everybody in Intramedia Gaming, Bone, Hebot, everybody on this panel, and that's really basically about it. So all y'all good people. Y'all always treat me good, and that's basically about it.
Well, we appreciate you too, Tuck.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. Well, brothers, sorry that I started this a bit late. Had some family stuff to deal with, but right now that's about it for all the topics at the moment. So, T Reaper, can you tell everybody where they can find you at?
As always, you guys can find this boy always on Twitter at ThomasBarker61 and at my page on Instagram, which is legitly the same name that is on this page. So it's Odo T Reaper, space included between the R and the T and the O, and we all set. And I legitly am awake mostly all hours of the day.
Yeah, you ain't never lying.
And I always enjoy that wonderful fun fight in the middle of the night that always ends up being more than it's needing to be. But still fun nonetheless. Still fun nonetheless. I still enjoy myself. I'm that retired boy that doesn't need to go back to school.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
I can just enjoy myself at home.
All right, Tuck, and tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay, there's only one place you can find me on until I get everything situated, and that is my Xbox. You know, you can just follow me on Xbox right now. I just got to get things changed with my name on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. So I'm going to be working that. I'll probably work on that Friday, since I don't have to work for overtime Friday morning. So I'll probably do that then, work on that then. So, but right now you can just find me on the, Xbox right now. So just let you know. So, so peace out, everybody.
All righty. And once again, thanks for tuning in for another gaming roundtable. Check us out 8:00 this coming Friday for weekly wrap. Thanks again and have a good evening.
Peace.
Peace.